All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the RIN. We're on episode number 52. 52
and a half.
52 and a half. Yeah.
Almost
And a half.
53.
We actually, we keep it real here on the RIN. So honestly, we were not recording. We rolled through about maybe 30 content, but we're back better than ever.
Hey, I'm rehearsed now, bro.
We got our practice run in, but hey, we do thank each and every one of you for being again and again. We do thank y'all for all that y'all do for us. I did want to make mention of we are celebrating our 3K subscriber. I'm going to be doing a giveaway with these guys next Tuesday live. So the question is, A, what do we get? B, how do we enter? So first of all, if you will watch this show we recorded, you will find later in the show, I'm going to give away the keyword that you need to put in the comment in order to be entered into the giveaway. We're going to give it away live next Tuesday through the randomizer on YouTube, and it will pick a winner of those who commented the proper comment, and you will be the winner of a 6-pack of my go-to tape. Shout out American Bubble Boy. And also a brand new tape gun in the box will be yours. So that's what our winners will get for the 3K giveaway. So don't forget to stick around to the end of the show. We do wanted to make mention as well. We're going to be having an exciting segment today on T-shirts, on how to identify tags. So stick around for that. We actually have Faux Leroy with us today. Hanging out. So if you're here, he's going to be dropping some knowledge about investing in your business. Part 3, Leroy version, right? So there are lots of ways to do that. And Tim, as always, will bring you Timisms like never before throughout the show. We are on a schedule today because Tim wants to make sure we're clear with the Gregorian folks. That all together. So we're about that. We do thank all you guys for your comments though. Cole 2404 says congrats on the 3K guys. Also we have Susie Frost, great teaching, love the Photoshop, we love the photo room, but I'm sure that's what you mean. And Kathleen Firmway Flipper, great show guys, thanks for the great info. Woohoo, 3,000 sub. Digging Dushhound, I'm sure I didn't say that right. Dushhound finds the dog finder. We have shout out to your achievement. Congratulations. Love watching all of you. Thank you for teaching us. Amanda Hardy, congrats guys. You deserve to celebrate. And Philly Flipper says, is this the real Leroy though? So, there you go.
Is it though? Is it the real Leroy? I don't know.
I don't know. Is it? Is it not? Have we had the real Leroy yet?
Will the real Leroy please stand up?
There we go. Hey, we're going to let Tim.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to give a big thank you to our channel members. The starting lineup is going to be AZ Katsu, Simply Shenanigans, Shanna, Diane Matthews, Blood, Sweat, and Cell, Trash
You're welcome.
Cad, Rescue, New England, Betty Boob, Joe Deals, Old School Picker, Vintage Sport Flips, Charities Terrific Finds, Kathleen the Fernway Flipper, Ohio Pickers, Annette and Frank, Rudely Retro, Absolute Finds, Des Hardy, Heather Peddler, and last but certainly not least, James Steinbreaker.
Thank you so much. Tim reads that way better than I do. That's for sure. I feel like we're ready to suit up, take the field, and go out and win the game. But
Not bad for his first time reading today. It was not bad for his first time.
So we do want to take some time to dive into our 101 with Cernoch as we learn about what T-shirts to look for.
All right, so we're doing T-shirt tags today, okay? This is going to be your precursor to when we jump into vintage tees. Now, here's the big old disclaimer on vintage. There's a lot of stuff out there. I'm gonna show y'all just like this much. I'm showing y'all like this much. There are 1,000 different tags. There's hundreds and hundreds of different subcategories of styles of vintage t-shirt. Anything ranging. I see people pull in 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Even early 2000 stuff is now included in vintage. So a lot of the thing has to do, a lot of the value comes down to, tag and the content. Okay. I always want to make, sure we understand that, because you may have an awesome vintage tag, but you have no content. If you have a cool Screen Stars tag, we'll show in a minute, but you have Larry's lawn care service and that's it. Well, and it could be single stitch all you want. It's not going to be there. But you might have a 1984 Van Halen shirt that's tie-dye and all cool. Content is there, but then when you go check the tag, it's a screen printed on tag. There's no hang tag. It's screen printed on the back of the neck. Well, then you don't have a vintage shirt. You have what we call a repop. Okay. So that's a newer style shirt. Now, again, value is in the eye of the beholder. Auction, eBay, buy it now is on eBay. There's a lot of things, that are involved in hunting. Like there's whole websites created just for vintage T-shirts and studying tags and is this real? Is this fake? Is this, they've even gotten into counterfeiting. When anything gets over, in that $500 to, over $500 range, that's when the counterfeiter's coming out. So, yeah, but that's a whole nother topic, to go over. But there's a lot of places you can go find information. But we're going to give you that little bit of information to start out with. And we're going to show tag. And I kind of want to show a few items that, a few tags that maybe can help you if you're at a garage sale, if you're at a thrift shop, a church sale, or wherever you may be going. You can find, if you find something really cool, these are the tags that you kind of want to look for. Now, am I going to show you every single tag? No, we ain't. Again, I can make this into a 52-part segment, an hour long if I wanted to. But this is just giving the tip of the iceberg to make you a better reseller. Not going to give you all the secrets, but I'm going to show you a few things to look out for when you're hunting for vintage T-shirts. Okay. Now, you may be a glass guy like Tim, but Tim, don't you like if you're at a yard sale and they got glass, are you doing the, all right, deuces, I'm out of here? Or are you going to go, hey, what else do they have? Okay. It reminds me of the video game resellers. I see a lot of them go up to a yard sale. Got any video game? Nope. All right. Peace out.
I'm not going to lie. I just thought for a second there was like, wait, there is a video game called Resellers? I've never seen that game.
The video game resellers.
Gotcha.
I see
I'm there now.
I've had them come my yard sales or garage sales before. They'll be barely out of the car. Hey, you got any video games? Nah, I sold them all. And they'll get back in their car and drive off. Yep. Okay? Now, again.
That's what I do with tools. I ask the same thing and I just leave. There's no tools.
Here's the thing. We're looking at these tags. These are 1970s tags. We got Champ. We got Hain. We got Russell Athletic. We got even the washed out white tag. Now, the thing with the white tag, you never know what it's going to be, but it's a tag. It's a hanging tag. Now, you're going to have to use the content on the front to kind of think about, okay, what is this tag? What am I looking at? But, you have BVD, Spruce. You have Fruit of the Loom. Now, a lot of these tags have gone through different iterations throughout the years. So a champion tag from the 70s may look way different from the tag from the 1950s. I sold a 1950s Harley Davidson shirt with a champion tag on it. I knew it was a champ. I knew how to date it because of the tag. You can go on different websites and find the tag history, Champion, Hain, Carhartt, Woolrich. I love the Woolrich Mackinac jacket. These go from the 40s all the way up to nowadays. But each tag is a little bit different throughout the years. You may have something that from 1951 to 92, they had the sheep with the Woolrich cursive, and the sheep had horns, and from 1962 to 1965. The sheep might not have horns, or the grass might be different. There's all different types of, iterations of these tags. So go out and do your due diligence. Once you purchase an item, that's when you can even do some more research on it. When I first saw that champion tag on that 1950s Harley Davidson, I'm thinking, yeah, this is 60s or 70s. Once I got it home, I'm like, looking at it, I'm like, let me do some research on this. As I did my research, I came up, that's not 1960s. That's not 1970s. That's 1950s. Because of what the tag looked like and the information, colors, the fonts, all those different things on the tag. Now, again, these are a lot of different things that you're going to be able to look at. But what I want to tell you is, if you see the hang tag, if it's got the, on this Hanes tag, if it's got the medium 38 to 40, if it's got the large 42 to 44, you're going to have an older tag, but because a lot of these measurements aren't even used anymore. You can see it on the screw the loom, 42-44, the spruce, 42-44, the sportswear. They all have, a lot of them have them, so you're not going to see that. And I'll tell you something too, with 1970s, the made in the USA really wasn't predominant on these tags because literally everything was made in the USA, so it wasn't that, that big of a deal because you had other smaller brands from India coming in. But we'll take a look at that. So this is like 1970s. Let's jump into 1980s now. This is where you're going to see a lot more tags because this is when t-shirts just boom, they just started exploding where the graphic t-shirts definitely, took it from the 70s and just exploded in the 80s. So you'll see, and we'll go kind of like, the Screen Stars tag. Now, right here, this is an early Screen Stars tag, early 80s versus a late 80s Screen Stars tag. So you can see already the the change in the fonts, the styles, and everything. Same thing as the Hanes. You have early 80s here. You have early to mid 80s here, and you have late 80s right here. So again, each tag may look different. Your sportswear tags, your health knit, your Ched tag. Ched goes from 70s to 80s. T-swing. You've got, let's see, down here you got the Stedman, a lot of Stedman stuff. Your T-Joys, your Signal Tee, your Sophie shirts, your sneakers. I know. Cha-Ching King, he found a bunch of vintage 80s sneakers shirts, but it had they were blanks, but it's sneakers. Your Winterland right here, your Winterland, a lot of bands. Kiss did a lot of stuff in the 80s on Winterland tag. I sold a $350 Kiss shirt, probably 3-4 years ago. I would hate to see what that's comping out now. That's the one here. I'm gonna pause real quick here. The worst thing you can do with vintage t-shirts, or if you've been in the vintage game long enough, is seeing what you sold your stuff for 4 or 5 years ago and what it is now. Okay. A couple of Selena shirts that I sold for $250, $300 4 or 5 years ago are in the thousands now. Now, do I have regret? No, I made that money back then. But, this is all the things, the older it is, probably the more increase in value it has as well. So let's jump back in the 80s. Here's your 3D emblem. Now, a lot of these Harley shirts from the 80s, you've got to really check that. If it's got a black tag, hold it up to the light because a lot of times that gold print on the tags has faded over the years. But sometimes you can see kind of like just a little bit in the light up. That's a 3D emblem tag. I've had to do that numerous times. DevNet, Fantasy.
So let me ask you really fast though on the 3D emblem. If in a situation like that, right? Because obviously, for those of you that don't know, that 3D emblem tag it's adding value to a single stitch Harley shirt, right?
Yes.
Now, if it's faded like that, right? And you could tell, and you could take it to, you could tell enough where you could provide a picture to show it to it.
Yes.
Are you taking off a little bit of value because it's not clear?
No.
Okay.
Not really. No. Because that's saying it's now I've had tags cut before, and I'm pretty sure that's a 3D emblem because on the front sometimes it would have 3D emblem Fort Worth, Texas,
by the date.
By the date, yes. Yeah. And that's something we'll definitely do. Like I think a lot of people like the t-shirt stuff. That's something we'll do in a later episode as well. Just kind of diving in where to look for that information.
I just from looking at this picture and looking at the previous picture, like the stitching of the tags are completely different in the 80s.
Yes.
So like that's one of the things that I like just picked up just from honestly sitting here looking at it, because obviously we got 2 times through, but like so looking at the stitching back on the 70s tag, like you can see that cross stitch on top of it, whereas once you hit 80s, that tag's tucked in.
It's more of a straight line stitch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a little clue too with hanging tag. You look at that stitching, it's a little different.
Yeah, and when I was talking about, let me jump over to this. And I didn't show any Disney tags, but just kind of how they changed over the years. Like this is all Disney stuff, 70s, 80s, and 90s. But this is all different style tags. So it's about just kind of focusing in. You see the hang tag. If you just take a little bit of the few clues that we're showing, here's another one. There was a lot of stuff coming, like I said, fantasy tags from Pakistan and India. Here's some stuff that, made in Pakistan, but this is 1970s. This is 1980s type.
I sold a Rambo fantasy tag shirt.
A lot of early late 70s, early 80s rock bands. Think about like Rolling Stone and Van Halen and Aerosmith and a lot of that. Those were on fantasy tag. These are all things that you want to look at. Just kind of put that in your brain. Just take little pictures. Like,
I've got a right now.
If you see that those are the things that you're gonna want to look at. So let's jump back up to the 80s. Let's find a few more. This Jerseys XL tag. Love that tag when I see it. Your 80s WWF type stuff. Here's your fantasy tag. Here's an 80s spruce tag. Look, they even put in a little 80s Atari right here.
This whole time I'm like, from afar, I'm like, damn, that looks like an Atari.
Yes. So these are all different types of tags to look for. When you see that hang tag, focus on that. Think about it. If it's got, again, like what I'm saying is, if it's got a cool, something cool on the front and a hang tag, you might want to pick it up and do that research on it. So let's jump over to 1990. All right, so we're gonna jump over here to 1990. Kind of some of the things that here are the more. You may find these more than like 70s and 80s, just because it's closer in time, but you never know what pile you're going to be digging through at a yard sale or at the thrift shop. But you have your Screen Stars Best. Okay, this is when Fruit of the Loom started buying out Screen Stars. That you'll see the next one right here, the Best Tee by Fruit of the Loom. So they look very close because Fruit of the Loom bought out Screen Stars. Now here's one of my favorite tags right here. The Fruit of the Loom, okay, made in the USA with the the fruit, the little I call it like the little half flag right here. You see the flag right there. Now these tees right now, there are a lot of these by Comic Image that are on this Fruit of the Loom tag. You find the right one, all over print Comic Images shirt with this Fruit of the Loom tag. That might be $1,000 t-shirt. Now are all your t-shirts going to be home run? No. Okay. Again. Like I said, you may have a cool Fruit of the Loom t-shirt, but it might have, a picture of a cat on it, and that's it, So again, these were used, a lot of these, Screen Stars, Fruit of the Loom. You got to understand, a lot of these places these were just blanks used by printing companies that just printed. So you might have a local mom and pop shop that was doing Roy's lawn care service printed on a Screen Stars tee. It's not anything that's going to be like, oh, well, that was only used for high-end tees. No, this is stuff that's now valuable because of the content. So it's all about the content. All right, let's go back. Brockham, this is early 90s. Brockham right here, late 90s, okay? This is a lot of bands on these shirts right here. Brockham, Worldwide, and the Giant tag. If you see these are the ones you're going to be wanting to pick up right here. Now you have some Hanes. Here's some Hanes. Here's some Blue Grape. Other styles, but these are the, this top row right here, I would say this top row, take a mental image of these top rows, because these are some things that when I see these tags, I get a little excited, go, okay, game on, what we got? Okay. So sometimes you have to hit the content first, then the tag, or the tag first, then the content. I explained that earlier. So, these are all things that we can use to help us when we're hunting. Again, you never know when you ask the person, hey, you got any old t-shirts in the house that you want to get rid of? I'm looking for maybe got some NASCAR, Harley Davidson, any cool band stuff. They may walk out with an armload of these tags. So I want you to be prepared for that, to grab that stuff if you can find it, or if when you do find it, might be a good to buy. Okay. Now, kind of a prelude. Now here's some weird stuff right here. Then this is what I was kind of talking about. This is Bay Club and Top. Now, anybody on the panel know why these are significant?
I only sell pools, so I don't know.
That's great. These are the tees on. Remember, I talked about the fantasy stuff from the 70s and 80s. That was bootleg. That was made in Pakistan, made in India. That's bootleg concert T-shirts that were printed on these fantasy tags. Things like I've seen Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin. Let's see, like think about all those like really big rock bands in the 70s and the 80s. Those were on the fantasy tags. Now, the reason I'm showing the Bay Club tag and the Top Club tag is because these certain shirts that have become very, very popular, and these are called your wrap, okay? Your wrap tees have become very, very popular. But this is a lead-in. If you like this style, or if you like this kind of knowledge that I'm showing, this is a lead-in to show you the different kind of graphics on tees. Now that you've got the tags in your mind, now we're going to, I'm going to show you in later episodes what to look for. This is your wrap tee, DMX wrap tee. I tell you what, you find this on the street, you find this in the thrift that's on a Bay Club tag or a top tag, and it's a like XL or 2XL. This is a $500, $600, $700, $800,000 shirt, right? Okay. So I just want to give you the information now. Again, let's get back to serious. Here's the thing: are you going to walk into your thrift shop today and find $1,000 T-shirt?
Absolutely, every time. I mean, I see it on the YouTube. They go and I see guys. They get 12 in one go, man.
I've even seen it.
I'm with Tim on this one. No.
I've even seen it when they've gone to a rag house, pulled out the first cart, and everything's stacked on top. They didn't even have to do digging. Banger, banger, banger. I'm not gonna. Yeah. But listen, I'm just giving you the knowledge because here's the thing. I have things in my database I haven't found here. But if that comes up,
you're ready.
I'm ready. What's that one Pyrex piece called that if you ever see it, you'll be ready?
Crazy in Love.
There you go. You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Don't think that's what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
It's super crazy. It's the thing.
Tim could have said anything, we would have believed him. He could have said some any word. Like, yep, that's it.
Because they had a whole thing on eBay last year about this person selling it. But here's the thing. What I'm trying to say is you may not come across this, but I want you to have the knowledge when you do come across it. Or if you
lucky in love, not crazy.
Lucky in love.
Sorry.
Okay?
Close enough.
Beyonce was on my mind.
But again, the one thing too, as resellers, as clothing sellers, there's so much junk. There's so much just like blah, 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 blah. But when you come across that unique piece or something that's just like pops out and go, wait a minute, that pauses and stops you in the tracks, that's something that you want to research. And that's when you have this knowledge. If I ever see a MC Escher shirt on an Anastasia tag, I know it's legit and I know to pick it up right away because I've seen those. Now, have I seen one in the last 3 years? Nope. Now I see them on Instagram. I see them on Instagram, people flexing on them, but I haven't seen that. But I know if I see that kind of MC Escher design and I see the tag on it, or if I see that tag on other stuff, I'm like, yo. And we didn't even talk about liquid blue and all this other stuff.
Yeah. Again,
there's thousands and thousands of these tags and hundreds of different subcategories. So take this information that I gave you and work it into your system, checking the tag, checking the content. How's that sound, guys? Pretty good?
Fantastic.
It's awesome.
Love it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I know that we've had a lot of people ask about shirts and other things, and it is one of those things. Like you basically touched on a lot of things that are relevant to the reselling world, because a lot of people do have the mindset of like, well, if they said if I find this tag, it's worth a ton of stuff, but just like you said, it could not be. And you also could find a mom and pop shop with some crazy graphic on that may be a tag from that era, but it's probably worth a lot. So yeah, it just is one of those things. Content,
and we'll talk about content in later episodes because here's the thing: a lot of times they don't have the tags on them. I found a lot of shirts that have no tags.
Yeah, because the tags are itchy, man.
Yeah. Yeah. If both of my sons' shirts ever become worth anything, no tags on any of them.
Same with mine. I have no tags on any of my shirts. I hate those tags.
Yeah. So, but we'll get that. We'll do that in later. We'll do that in later episodes. Doing about conso. I'm happy to share if that's something people. Now, if that's something that y'all want to see, leave a comment. Hey, Chris, loved your segment on tags and shirts. I would love to see this, and this. So definitely leave that in the comments for us, because that's how we know what y'all are, kind of yearning for knowledge.
All right. Hey, up next, we're gonna let Leroy talk a little bit about
time you let me speak.
Investing in business. I mean, being we had him on. You think anybody's figured it out by now?
What's going on, guys? Thank you for having me. So this is part 3 now, right, of me investing. You guys already heard about my long distance trip to Tennessee to buy the brackets that I needed. I was afraid I was gonna get jumped. We got them, and this one I don't know why my background's glitching out. It's real. It's a real background.
Internet. We know
It's
internet.
it's the internet in my warehouse isn't the greatest. When I talk about the best investment you can do is in yourself, and the best you can do is to clone yourself. So I have cloned myself to make 2 Leroys, including Leroy right here, who is in the warehouse that's doing all the work, while Leroy number 2 is out wherever he is doing other things. Best you can do is make 2 of yourself. Best investment you can ever make. That's my advice.
So Leroy, I know that you on the clone game, like is that the other part of the warehouse, the hidden part that's over there, the machine?
Yes, we don't talk about this part of the warehouse. Usually, we don't show this part of the warehouse, but since the original Leroy had to go out, we get this part right here for this.
So when you is that a Patreon level? Is that something that people can attain for themselves?
Just become a member of the RIN, and we can teach you a little more about that in the future. That's all I'm saying.
I got you. So any good tools this week, or what are you working with over there?
I got a big heavy duty stupid background. Keeps going out. I got a rigid 36-inch wrench at a yard sale last for $5. Sell for like $50. So that's also a good weapon to keep in the warehouse in case somebody wants to come in. Steal my undie right there. I got something to fight them off. That's what I got for you.
How many rolls of tape are you using when you pack that thing up?
6 rolls, and they're all different sizes too. From 6 different dispensers.
Oh man. Hey, we do appreciate Leroy for being part of the show for sure. And right now we do want to jump into what sold this week. We always talk about trending and talk about like what sells. So for me, it's always trending. Whatever I list, that's usually what sells. But I know there's a lot of other things. So we're gonna jump into some what sells. I've got one already pulled up. I'll give a chance for everybody else to pull one up as well. But I got one pulled up. This is shout out photoroom.com. Code RIN, obviously.
Looks like it's swimming.
This is not necessarily. I could never find Murano. I just kind of dropped it in the description, but I could not find this fish anywhere. I actually did list it a little higher initially, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna let her go for 65 plus. It went out quick when I dropped the price. But anyway, aquarium not included. Had to put that in the description.
Did you really?
Yeah. No. Refishing. That's what we got going on.
But
this thing was pretty heavy there.
If I'm looking for something like that, dude, that first picture catches my eye.
Of course.
No doubt.
I'm just like, whoa, what is this? Let me look at this.
Yeah, it was interesting. I did get a few piqued some interest. Shout out Photoroom. So that sold for 65 plus shipping. That was part of a much larger buy. If you guys were around on a Tuesday when I pulled out the brass band, all the animals that we got from that sale, I got that glass piece and also a real Murano glass piece that I've listed 5. So that's my thing. Breaking news: OBX sells glass. Breaking news. Hopefully not broken news. I had the shipping center pack this thing up. Right. All right, Cernoch.
I have a few to show. So it runs into what we were talking about. All right, so let's go here. Bam, right here, vintage 80s 1984 Ninja Festival T-shirt. Now I took
Did you say Ninja Festival?
Ninja Festival 1984 Ninja Festival.
Dude, that must be a lot of fun. Do you have to be like a ninja to go?
Registered ninjas.
This was 1984, bro. So, but you'll see the cool background I did with the AI photo room. Here's a bigger picture of it there. That's pretty cool. Ninja versus samurai.
Dude, I would 1,000% rock this.
And then
t-shirt.
look at that.
I really want to know what happened to what's the festival? Like what's going down over there?
Right. But here's the tag. Look at that. Sportswear 80s right there. Early 80s. Exactly what we were talking about. I saw the tag. I saw the information. Now again, it's nothing crazy, but again, I bought a 50-cent shirt and I sold it for $40. I mean, that's a come up to me. I think is that a come up to y'all?
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
We're not gonna find those $1,000 shirts or $500 shirts every time we go. But if you just like look enough and you're like, hey, this has got cool content, it's got a date on it. All right, the date matches the tag, it's single stitch. Then you're off to the races. Then you can accurately drive it. All right, let's go to this next. This is a retail arbitrage pick, okay? All right, so Barracuda G9 Harrington jacket. I found this at Games for $10, $9.99.
Wow.
And here's the thing. I saw it, I'm like seeing this. I couldn't put my hand on it because this is a lot of made in England stuff that, you know, sometimes it doesn't get over here. But if you ever see Barracuda, okay, pick it up. All right. I took a best offer on this for $250.
Dang.
It sold in less than a week. $10 to $250. Okay. Now, again, people are like, oh, you listed it at $300. Why'd you list it at $300? To take those offers. That's how I run. I listed it at $374 or $375, but I run a 20% off. Okay. So it's already bumping the price down, and then I take offers. So that's why I price my stuff high for the 20% off. You know, I have a 10% off coupon running, and I take off. So you will see me list stuff way over comp, but the cool thing about this was the only one in tangerine orange, where other people's were selling for anywhere from $100 to $150. You know, I got $250 for mine, for the color, you know, the size. And look at that beautiful photo. How do you see that and go, no. Now here's a few things I want to show in the list. You know, I took a model wearing the jacket, and guess what? Yo, AI background. We're putting him in London, okay? We're putting him in London, all right? And then you can see some of the, you know, the white backgrounds. I always include the white backgrounds too with the AI backgrounds just to hash it out. So there's a tag right there if anybody wants to see that. Barracuda, England, okay?
Barracuda with a T, gotcha.
Yeah, Barracuda. So there's that.
Barracuda.
Barracuda.
Here's the last one. Here's the last one I want to show you. You're not gonna laugh because I sold a few of these while my mom goes, "You're selling zippers?" Like I had her packing, helping her pack. Like she packed one day with. She's like, "You're selling zippers? Why are you selling? You sold it for $8." I said, "Yeah, Mom, but look, $8. But look how many I've sold. I sold 141 of these zippers.
Dang.
Okay, do the math. Okay, and guess what? I probably have 400 more. Okay, right behind. So this is just a replenishable. That it's just like it's 2 ounces. It fits in a bag, 2 ounces. You know, I make it. You know, they pay $4 shipping, but I've sold 141 of these zippers. You know, so it's one of those things that hey, boom, zipper here, zipper there, zipper there. It just
So you sold like $850.
yeah. So you know, these are the things that you know that when you find something in bulk, sometimes you got to go. Well, if I have, because I had probably like 500-600 of them. They were in a huge tote. They were in a huge big tote at this flea market. I said, "How much you want for the tote?" He goes, "Bro, I've stubbed my toe on that tote so many times." He goes, $10 takes all of it. All right, I sold 2 zippers. And I made my money.
Yeah.
So, well, actually, I sold a pack of 50 of them for $200. I've done that twice already. Sold a pack of 50 for $200. So again, all those things help, but I sell individual zippers more than anything. So it's like I've already sold 141. I've got 7 available, but I'm about to bump that up to. I like to bump it up like 50 at a time. Be like, all right, let me bump that. So when it gets down to like 4 or 5 of them, I'll bump it up, you know, to 50 just to hold this listing. Because here's the thing with this listing, when you have that many solds, that bumps you up in the search algorithm as well. So I have a couple of items that are like this where I'm selling a bunch. I have a Northrop Grumman hat that I've had 125 of them, and I've sold like 80 for $15 a piece. But if you look up Northrop Grumman hat, mine should be at the top because I've sold 75, 80 of them. So again, these are those little things. If you can find something that's replenishable and buy it all at one time, it just takes one listing. So hopefully that helps y'all. That gives you a little insight to the method, the madness.
Method to the madness.
Method to the madness. It's just straight madness. Straight madness. So.
All right, Tim, are you gonna do Matrix Land, or are you just gonna show and tell?
Yeah, I'll do a little Matrix Land really fast. Here we go. Welcome to the Matrix of reselling. All right, up first.
Go.
Here we go. I bought this golf club at the church sale. I think it was in for like $1 on it. It was a vintage Ote Chrisman putter. As you can see, I've kind of have manipulated my own photo room of picture here. So I took 2 pictures because I wanted wanted to be able to show the signature on the back end of the putter, but I also wanted to be able to show the front end of this putter. So I've used this technique now, and anytime I'm selling a putter, I like to put both pictures on there, doing a little golf ball back there, and bing, bang, boom. And then obviously I do all my white background pictures with the rest of the photos, all adding shadow and light to give it a nice little bit of pop, so it doesn't just look like every other white photo on eBay. This was actually a wooden golf club. So quick little information: if you ever find a golf club that has a wooden shaft, pick it up. Like, this was a cheap end one, but still, it sold for full asking price. I had an offer for like $10, and I sent the guy back a counter offer for $27. He let that offer expire, and literally like 10 minutes later, it sold for full asking price at $30. So that was a sale. That's I gotta pack this up today. That's why it's fresh on my mind. Let me get you guys out of here really quick, and I can show you guys one more that I have to pack up today. And just to kind of show you guys a little bit of the different sort of variety of things that we all like to sell here on Reseller Information Network. And let's take you back into the matrix of reselling. All right.
Hey, where'd it go?
Listen, it got lost in the matrix, bro. Okay. All right. This is a vintage Rolls-Royce bar mirror advertised wood frame. Put it on a nice little brown marble photo room background. These sort of items can be stupid difficult to figure out how to take pictures of. But I saw somebody, and I haven't tried it out yet. They basically put their camera in like a little slot and like a black, I think it was a black like poster board sort of situation. And so like you can take the pictures of it and it doesn't show the reflection. But before I figured that out, I kind of did this like almost like a flat lay, non-flat lay. And there's a trick in Photo Room also that Cernoch has talked about, where you can kind of transform the degrees in which the items are. So if you take a picture, I can kind of bring it up a little bit straight up. But this was a really cool piece, actually. I got this for like $2. Very cool bar mirror. And then you can see I kind of make sure I take pictures of everything. And then that's me, obviously, standing up, taking a picture of it.
That's what sold it right there. That's the picture that sold it.
Hey, is that photo room? Is that photo room? Gotcha.
Yeah. I photo roomed myself into this background here. But yeah, it sold. I think I took an offer on this one, though. It didn't sell for $39.99.
It looks like you're
just
wearing
put
a
it-
Rolls-Royce hat.
Yeah,
It does, right?
it's like
Hey, look at
perfect placement.
It's kind of cool, man. I sold it for $29 plus shipping, though. And it should be fairly easy to ship. When I sold it,
Just
I was
throw
like,
it in a poly mailer, right?
Yeah,
And just-
poly mailer.
yeah.
No bubble wrap, should be good to go. So yeah,
Yeah.
that is out the door too. So those are two quick sales that just literally just happened within the last 24 hours.
That's
I
awesome.
got one from last week. Can I share that one? Fun
Yeah.
story. It's a Poshmark sale, so hopefully that's okay over here.
Yeah, we promote
No,
all
100%.
platforms. I just sold a set of golf clubs on Macari for $75.
So this is I shared my screen so we could put it on. So I actually got this on Whatnot. So Whatnot is still a good sourcing opportunity. There was a guy on there that was just opening pallets of clothes, and he was like, "All right, I'm like, I got this per like." You read it because there was a tag on there that said this. So like fur dyed fox from Finland. It's like I don't know what this is. I'm gonna start at $1. I won it for $14 on Whatnot, and listed it for $250 on Posh, and it sold. Took an offer for $200 about like 2 weeks later. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
there's
That is
people don't realize a lot of people on Whatnot are not resellers. A lot of people on Whatnot are just there to sell stuff, and they have a lot of them just don't have the knowledge to know what they have. So if you go into some of those shows, you can get some deals, especially if they don't have that many people out in there. So Whatnot is
Yeah,
still
if you
good
come to my
source.
shows, you can get some deals.
So shout out to Photo Room for the background too. I use Photo Room for
Hey.
the background. So
that,
there we
look
go. Yeah. Use code RIN, right? That's the code RIN. Yeah. So
That's the only code
Yeah.
that's out there, I think.
only code you can use.
Did you? So wait, how long was the auction?
30 seconds, something like that. I don't know.
So what made like how did you comp it, or did you just see dried
Yeah,
fox fur and you're
Yeah,
like
I just knew fox fur coat
And,
has to be a couple $100. So like if it got to like the $50 range or something, I probably would have been a little hesitant to do, but like I got it for $13. It was no brainer. Same sale. I got a mink from him for $1. I was the only one to bid on the mink, and it sold for like $50. And the other thing is like this. I don't want to tell what this guy is, so you guys don't come and steal my money from this guy. But he gets like just like donation pallets to his place. I don't know how he does, and he just opens the pallet live on the show. He's like, all right, we got this, and he just runs right through it.
Wow.
And there's a lot of junk in between, but I have it on when I list. Just like, oh, this one piques my attention. Let me bid real quick, and yeah, it's been pretty good. Yeah.
Nice. So we're selling
Look
what?
at Leroy selling clothes.
Yeah, man. This is clone Leroy. Original Leroy would only sell tools.
Yeah.
Clone Leroy is
He had to
there sell clothes,
expand. Yeah, expand. Yeah. Hey, if you've made it this far in the show, we're gonna go ahead and give a little giveaway keyword. We want to put in there. Thank you, Philly Flipper, for coming and hanging out with us today. As the faux Leroy, and so just put in thanks. Philly Flip on there.
I wanted to see everybody thanking me, so this is good. This is gonna be
Yeah,
good for
I was
my
gonna
ego.
say, wait, that's way to brush one's ego right there.
Yeah.
I just want to see a bunch of comments of people thanking me. This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
If you have made it this far, Leroy had to go out of town. He had a wedding in his family, so Paul was kind of coming and step in and hang out with us today. So we did want to give Tim a chance to talk just a little bit. Paul's got some stuff going on in life, man, that we want to congratulate him on. And then also questions, maybe a little question update.
You
Tim.
want to tell everybody about the big news, Paul?
Me?
Yeah.
We got a romantic music playing stuff. What is this? Wasn't ready for this. I'm following in the footsteps of all the smart people, and I got engaged. I guess is that big? Is that big news? Yeah, big news. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I went from yeah. I got 3 women in my life now, Eric. 3 women in my life.
Hey, I want to tell you, man, do not get porta johns from where Tim got them.
Those luxury porta potties for the wedding.
Yeah, we're looking at wedding prep now. I'm like, oh boy, this is what this stuff goes for.
In Florida, bro. Just go to the beach. Just go to the beach.
That's the plan. I think
you better find a lot of fox, man.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot more dyed fox fur, that's for sure.
But what else? Anything else you got going on between all the massive channels? I know you been doing a lot of different things. You know, you're always doing whatnot. You guys have garage sale trains going on whatnot this week upcoming?
We're supposed to have one this week, but I haven't heard anything about it yet. But garage sales are on Thursday. I have a couple special whatnot shows with the fiance and the girls. We had one last week. It was a huge success. They loved it. So we're having another one this Saturday. They're going to have one every other Saturday. And for those shows, I'm doing videos on my main channel on Thursday, and everything from that video is going to the whatnot show. So there's no like cherry pick and no anything. So like last week, I had an Anesca music box that sold for $320 that I brought to my show. Started at $5. I had a Bose
what did
media
that end
player,
up selling for?
like $76, but I paid $3 for it.
Yeah, and you didn't have to list it, nothing.
Yeah, I had some like nice like tabletop blow modes that I paid 50 cents for. That sold for like $40-$50. The Bose media player sold for $70 on my whatnot. Sells for like $200 on eBay. So pretty much I win. The people that buy win. They can still make money and all it is. So pretty much I bring everything to the show. There's nothing cherry picked. You see what I pay for it. I bring it. I start at $5, and people can go bid and make some money on it. Hopefully, that's the plan. Yeah.
Nice.
Smart move.
I just got so much stuff to list right now. So it's like, if I like, I made $900 on my whatnot show, and I looked at the video. It cost me like $98 for that. So like, I'm cool turning 98 to almost 900 in one show, and then everybody else can make money on top of it. That's cool with me.
Stuff.
What's the code
For what?
The keyword, the phrase.
Thanks, Philly.
For what?
Thanks,
For
Philly Flipper.
Thanks, Philly Flipper.
If you guys want to win the giveaway from Eric and RIN for our milestone 3,000 subscribers, definitely don't forget to drop that. So you have to drop it in the comment section of this video, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to see all the comments thanking me. That's pretty much.
Put at Philly Flipper too, so that you can get
At
all
Philly
those
Flipper.
notifications.
So I just get nonstop
Yeah,
notifications.
Hey, make sure you do it between the hours of like 1 and 5 a.m. You really
No, don't make sure you don't do it during those hours. Actually, those comments won't count.
Oh, his phone's gonna be like.
There'll be
What?
some white guy that comments like 8 times in a row, just copy and paste it, just to tag me 8 times. It'll happen.
That's the thing. I've always tried to figure out. I don't know if you remember. This is a long time. When I did my 1K video, I did it different than anybody else. The giveaway. I did 10 days to keep like one letter. So like it was one letter. I would give you one letter, and then it not in order. So like at the end of the thing, you have to figure out what it was.
You gotta jumble it too. Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness! Yeah,
I did that, and those videos actually got views because they were like, I want to find out what it is. Because you know how it is, like once one person knows what the keyword is, like everybody else just goes in and copy.
yeah, that
Watch this,
happens
like,
all
2
the
minutes.
time. Yeah.
One of those things. No, So Florida yard sales, wintertime, looking good or what?
I'm going to a community sale on Friday with 100+ house. That's a Friday. I'm not talking about
Jeez.
Saturday. Saturday, I haven't seen you. Me and fiance are going on Saturday, so I'm not sure what's going on there yet.
Oh.
But Friday, we're going to community sale with 100+ house. So not. I would say not bad. Not bad for the winter. We'll
Cernoch,
take
you
them.
told me to remind you when that Arlington flea market was. The last one of the year is this Saturday.
Well, he reminded you.
Like, thanks for that, bro.
I mean, no, he told me to remind him when the last one was.
You got the
happens,
reminder.
It only
There we
happens
go.
the first Saturday of every month from April to November.
Yeah.
And so I just remembered that's when Eric were just talking about that. I just remembered. So I'm told me to tell you.
Arlington is like in like Texas, Arlington, or what are we talking about? Or-
Arlington,
No,
Virginia.
Arlington, Virginia.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They
How far is
picked
it
the
from you,
cemetery.
Cernoch?
Probably an hour and a half.
Oh,
We're gonna have to
okay,
wait till
well.
next year then. Like my you know how my Saturdays are, man. They're booked.
It's gonna be me pretty soon now. Get the girls into sports and stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and they do sports that are not played on the weekends.
Everything.
Could they join like a bowling league or something? I don't know.
Bowling league.
Afternoon, night sports only. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like,
So, do you do the flea market circuit like Rod and Dave down there, or what?
not really. There's just so much
I've seen
garage
you with
sales
them a
that-
few
I don't know.
times.
Yeah, that was just like special occasions. I went out with them on Memorial Day and Labor Day. Went to Webster. But like, if I have a choice to go to like yard sales or a flea market, I'm going to yard sales.
Yeah.
Like in the summer, I went to a couple more flea markets because it was kind of slow here. But nah, there's no need. There's no need. There's so much stuff to be found. There's just I'm trying to keep it down because I'm moving again, so like I can't be buying a million things. So, but once I get to the new house, might pick it up again. We'll see.
How far is the move?
2 hours. That's where she lives. 2 hours
Okay.
away. No house yet. We're still looking for the house. Hopefully we'll find one faster than Tim. And hopefully there's nobody living in
I
it.
just
found
couldn't live in it.
Just check for squatters before you.
Yeah, that's the first thing we look at when we come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good. That's awesome.
Shoot, we do appreciate you for coming on, Paul. Obviously, all the guys. Shout out Leroy. Thanks for being a good sport. It's actually Leroy's idea to bring Paul in to pinch hit for him. So to be his clone for the day. So
Yep.
yeah,
Who's gonna pitch it for me if I ever need to be out?
I mean,
we're just gonna call your brother.
it's gonna be a very similar outfit, Chris. If I have to pitch it for you, just get a hoodie, an
So
Astros
Tim
hat.
sent me a picture, or Tim sent a picture in the chat, and it was Mike and Chris walking to a sale. Dude, they're like straight doppelganger.
Yeah, we'll just call Michael.
Twinsies. Like,
It's funny because back in the day, my dad and his brother, when we'd be at events and they'd be walking, they'd be like, "Look, they walk exactly the same." I'm like, "Ow, hearing that?" I'm like, "Oh."
I'm like,
Like-
dude, I can't tell who's who, man. Like,
It's like you become your parents, man. Like I was yelling at the kids, that were like, just gotta get there. Hey. And it's like,
is that my dad?
that's my dad. I'm like,
There we
calm
go.
it down. You know.
Oh, shit. Well, we appreciate you guys for being here. Paul, we'll let you go first. Goodbyes.
That work. Sell tools, y'all. Sell some tools.
Hey, I hope y'all learned something today on those tags. Again, if you made it this far and you got keyword for the giveaway and everything, and you're still watching us, if you like what you see and you want to see more of like, hey, I like when you do the what solds, or hey, I like it when you do the tags. Can you do, you were talking about doing more shirts. Can you do that? Or if you have any questions, we want to give y'all what y'all are looking, questions that y'all are looking for. So leave them down in the comments. Come visit us on Tuesdays and Listing and Loafing. Visit join our Facebook group and our Instagram. Not that hard. We're giving those, we're dropping those little tidbits all the time. So you never know what you're gonna get. And then below the videos, we got all of our Instagram. So if you have a glass question or a hat question or a brass deer figurine question, just pop it to us. Living in Florida, question.
Living in Florida question.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. I highly recommend it.
But yeah, just let us know. So.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you guys, as always, for joining us here at the Reseller Information Network. Big shout out to each and every one of the people that watch. Big shout out to each and every one of our members. We appreciate you all from the bottom of our heart. We want to thank you for all the love and all the support that you have given us. And please remember, drop those questions, because we are here to help you help yourself. Okay? Avoid all of those slow eBay sales and be better resellers. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to tell a friend about RIN, Reseller Information Network.